Hi, welcome to our next level 2 coordinate geometry video. In this video we're going to work out the distance between 2 points. So we're back to the Cartesian plane, our x and our y axis, and we're going to determine the distance between 2 different points. Right, to calculate the distance between 2 points we're going to use the following formula. The distance is equal to the square root of bracket x2 minus x1 bracket all squared plus bracket y2 minus y1 bracket all squared. So let's show you how this formula works. We've got point A, which is across in the x direction and up and down in the y direction. So we're going to call this the coordinate x1, y1. Now we've got a second point, point B, which is across in the x direction and up and down in the y direction, and we're going to say this has the coordinate x2, y2. And we're going to use x1, y1, x2 and y2 to work out the distance between these points. Hopefully you can see we're working out how far across in the x direction by subtracting the x values and how far in the y direction by subtracting them, and we're going to use Pythagoras. The formula has come about because of the Pythagoras theorem. So basically we're going to take our x2 and subtract our x1 and square it, and we're going to then plus on our y2, subtract our y1 values which have all been squared, and then we're going to take the square root of that final answer. So let's get into it and show you with an example. Example number 1, find the distance between A and B. Well, A is 2 to the right and 2 up, so we're going to write this as the coordinate 2, 2. B is 10 to the right and 5 up, so we're going to write this as the coordinate 10, 5. Right, well here's our distance formula, and let's copy it over here. Notice we've coloured in the x2 and x1 and y2 and y1. We'll go back to A and B and we'll colour in our x's and our y's, so it helps us figure out which is which, and we're going to start substituting. So let's go 10 minus 2, which is x2 minus x1, and 5 minus 2, which is y2 minus y1. Right, so now 10 minus 2 is 8, so we have 8 squared, and we have 5 minus 2, which is 3, so we have 3 squared. Now 8 squared is 64, because 8 times 8 is 64. 3 squared is 9, because 3 times 3 is 9, so we have 64 plus 9, which makes 73. Now we need to take the square root of 73. So I need my calculator. The square root of 73 gives us a value of 8.54. So we're going to say the distance between A and B is 8.54 units. All right, let's do another example. Example number 2. Find the distance between Q and P. Right, well, point Q is 4 squares to the left and 2 squares up, so we write this as negative 4, 2. And point P is 9 squares to the right and 3 squares down, so we'll write this as 9, negative 3. Alright, well let's use our distance formula once more, and let's colour in our x values and our y values. X comes first, y comes second. So let's substitute into the formula. So we're going to take our x values first. 9 minus negative 4. And then we're going to take our y values and go negative 3 minus 2. Right, now this is a little tricky, but 9 minus negative 4 is the same as going 9 plus 4, because 2 negatives make a positive, and we get 13. And negative 3 minus 2 is negative 5. So we have 13 squared plus negative 5 squared. Now 13 squared is 169, 13 times 13 is 169, and negative 5 squared is negative 5 times negative 5, which is 25. So 169 plus 25 gives us 194, and we'll take the square root of 194 to give us an answer of 13.93 units rounded to 2 decimal places. Great, thanks for watching.